The next article on Education Watch was published on the 28th of March 2019 in the Cape Argus, and the title they gave was Curricular Dream, a Fantasy. Subheading, the government's three-stream plan is 20 years behind technological advancement. There's a picture there and of cell phones, and children now know more about the fourth industrial revolution and its impact and the manipulation thereof than old school teachers. That's the Reuters African News Agency quoting from an article. Right, let's start the article. Quote, now more than ever before, we need to think holistically about the development of children. The redesign of modern curricula requires higher flexibility through evidence-based research, stakeholder involvement, and innovation. Our education system must aim to create complete human beings, unquote, President Cyril Ramaphosa. Despite these very mindful statements by the President, it does come across periodically when the country is planning to embark on the three-stream model, academic, technical, vocational, which is artisans, and technical occupational, that break holism and still prepare for the class-based market that not full personal development. The lack of teachers able to deliver the curricula and the lack of leadership skills among advisors and curriculum writers and assessors throw these words of the President into a fantasy. The three-stream curricular plan is already 20 years behind technological advancement. Ministers and policy writers still need to learn about the fourth industrial revolution to teach our children. Our children know more about the fourth industrial revolution and its impact and manipulation thereof than the old school teachers. The cell phone banned in schools based on adult fears is more powerful than the computers the Department of Education wants to invest in. The American and European markets on which international education standards are based are crashing. Is South Africa preparing its children for an international market that is already crumbling, while we're sitting on a South African, quote, gold mine market potential, unquote? The Cape Town tourist industry currently dominated by few white, quote, companies and councils driving local people out or giving them the scraps is one that can holistically take South Africa out of its woes. If the racist protectionism is removed, a curriculum has no effect within a still racially heavy economic society. The government is still stuck in respecting Western colonial infrastructure to attract investments. Business is brought on board for guidance in curricula, but has only 0.1% available jobs in the formal sector. If the billions stolen by state and municipal officials were given to children as a wage to learn and earn, it would raise billions in its multiply effect of spreading that, reducing the debt of the nation, and in so doing creating more jobs locally. Quote, schooling primarily is the holding grounds to prevent a run on the job market in a capitalistic economy. The unemployment of the youth is a major part of the creation of capitalistic wealth, which includes frustrating young talents and skills to create a drug dependency which fuels the crime, medical industry, and legal machinery of the investors. Schools are still institutions that train society. Finland is now 6th on the list of academic excellence, and the East is leading. Our adult leaders create the ills in our society, not the children. This happens because the leaders are confused. They think holistically is to respect the rights of children. To think holistically is to respect the rights of children to follow their own dreams, not the limited dreams of, quote, marketability in a failing Western context, unquote. Thinking holistically requires one to integrate STEAMs. STAMS, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. That's STEAMs. Graphic design is a science that can do it. It includes all subjects. Thinking holistically requires one to integrate STEAMs, capital letters, STEAMs, STEAMS, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Graphic design is a science that can do it. It includes all subjects. Holistic thinking can be done from any subject if one possesses an holistic matrix that unites all knowledge within a holistic infrastructure with non-Western structural obsessed lead thinkers. Excluding the main stakeholders, parents and children, their cultures, beliefs, interests, skills and talents, is the greatest injustice in any educational plan. Ignoring the richness of a country to create its true holistic education and its own full employment is ignorance. I'm going to read that piece again. Ignoring the richness of a country to create its own holistic education and its own full employment is ignorance. Holistic thinking cannot operate with prescriptive educational streams and external theoretical exams aimed at failed economic markets. The end of the article.